You are the creator, creating the creation of your own life. But for the most part, are we really aware how we have been creating ourselves? We are all striving to become the best version of ourselves. We are all working towards our ideal self. But in the process of becoming our ideal self, we always overlook the most important thing, which is how we first got here, how we have been creating ourselves. So let's take a look at how we have been creating ourselves, and once we know how we have been creating ourselves, only then we could strive towards becoming the best version of ourselves. Otherwise, you will notice that all your old habits in the process of becoming the best version of yourself is actually holding you back. It is not letting you go. We get stuck in our comfort zone. So once we understand how we have been creating ourselves, it becomes easier to break certain patterns and catch them before they become habit. So we could divide how we have been creating ourselves into 4 parts. Number 1 is data. Number 2, pattern. Number 3, habits. And number 4, which is personality, how we become ourselves. So through this simple 4-step, we have been creating ourselves, which is data, pattern, habits, and personality. So let's take a look at data. Through our 5 senses, touch, taste, smell, hearing, and seeing, we have been gathering data. For example, you are watching a movie, you are gathering data. You are listening to a podcast, you are gathering data. You are touching something, you are gathering data. And when you are eating your favorite food, you are also gathering data. So these 5 senses are always on. So now what happens is that once we have gathered all this data, our subconscious mind, based on our likes and dislikes, is constantly looking for patterns. And once it identifies repeating patterns, these patterns slowly start shaping themselves into a habit. Now, once you have thousands of habits, what happens is that those habits takes a form of personality, i.e. what we call as ourselves. Now, when we are striving to become the best version of ourselves, what we are trying to do is actually replace bad habits with good habits. So now that you know how you have been creating yourself, you could constantly look for patterns that are repeating in your life and stop them before they become a bad habit. You could take charge of yourself and truly become the best version of yourself. And one thing to remember in this process of becoming the best version of yourself is that you cannot be perfect. But striving to be perfect in itself is a perfection. So now I will leave this very open-ended and end this here. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.